Okay. I think that we're good. How's sound?
You're gonna love my nuts.
Okay. If I remember correctly, where we last left off, we were still looking for the pups. There's at least one more left. So I'd come back to the village prematurely. But yeah, I took a little break from this one. I was not feeling super fantastic because I got my booster shot, and so I just needed a lot of time to sleep. Honestly, that's what I ended up doing. Came a little bit of a lump, which it's unfortunate, but these things happen. But anyway, there should be one more puppy left. Okay, we gotta go down that way. Hey, monkeys, don't you love me? Most of the animals should love me. I don't need to use the mermaid coin or anything. We're just gonna run for it. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can't get a little bit further in this game today. I was gonna start streaming probably like a lot sooner, but I got really caught up in Pokemon. I was playing RC as well. I was watching just like random bullshit on YouTube, and I decided that today was going to be the day that like I for sure finished the Pokedex, or like finished completing the Pokedex rather. I still have to perfect the Pokedex, which is that's a whole big thing. But yeah, I actually completed the Pokedex, got the shiny gem, and proceeded to think that I could go find a shiny Pokemon immediately. The answer was no. I was slightly disappointed, but you know what? It's okay. But yeah, now I have the fun part where I have to try to like capture all of the things, and I hate this button. What if I put that one as the sub-weapon? I still don't know too much about how the weapons interact completely. Okay, we're getting close. Yeah, see, the boars love me. Alright, I'm gonna fight a thing just so I can see how this weapon acts. I mean, it seems like it's super strong. So I guess I'll keep it for right now. Get away from the horse! Either that or I'm feeling this way because this is like a super early area. Yeah, horses love me. But wait! It doesn't go where I want it to go. Is there another source of water? No. Isn't this like the, it's like a teacher dude? So once again, try your hand at the fighting arts. I suppose I have no choice. This wish allow you to enroll in my dojo, but I must warn you, I won't hold back this time. This guy's head is interesting. Mwah! Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? Step inside to test your might. Test your might. Spirit Storm, Rosary technique. Take these tips to heart. Remember those we train. First, press X to begin the attack. Press X rapidly in succession. Time it well. Repeat it until you connect 6 consecutive Rosary hits. The more you press X, the more powerful the hits become. Press attack quickly with beauty. Attack fiercely and with fury. Give it your all you've got, and send the evil ones packing. Can practice technique with that weapon. Equip the correct weapon immediately. Okay. Do I have to continue fighting this thing? Okay. Okay, thank you. Do not forget that. Okay, he's got one more technique. I might as well take it. I can't do it just yet, though. Press B to insult foes and get demon fangs. God technique, Golden Fury. Okay, well. That's okay. Let us go this way. We're heading back to the beginning? Oh. It's the tracker. Well, the canine tracker suddenly appeared, so that means... there is a doggy! Oh, this dog. How long are you planning to just sit there? You remind me of a certain statue I saw somewhere. Is that the canine tracker? Have you come to take me back to my master? You hear that, Ami? You must be on an errand from Princess Fuse, if you bear that, but I shall not move from here, for the festival will begin soon. Canine warrior Chu. You gotta be kidding me. You're one of the Satomi canine warriors? And you're ignoring the princess's summons to wait for the festival? Come back here tonight. We need to have a man-to-man talk. Man-to-man talk? Don't you mean dog to wolf? That's right, I can make it night. You bear the canine tracker, so you must know when it decrees. Men settle their differences at night, man-to-man, fist-to-fist. Man-to-man, fist-to-fist? Don't you mean Dr. Wolf Paw-to-Paw? You gonna let this punk talk to you like that, Amy? Yes, we will pick a fight. You really can't say no to a fight, can you? Let's show what it means to be the new hole-digging king. Beat ya. Looks like a shriveled up penis. Anyway, I think I've made that joke before. Okay, you got some explaining to do, doggy. Why are you ignoring the princess' summons to wait for the festival? I am not the real Hayabusa. The real Hayabusa died along with Mushi's father when they were attacked by monsters deep in the forest. I happened to pass by about that time, but it was too late. Right before Hayabusa died, he begged me to protect Mushi, and foretold the coming of an evil arrow from the sky, an arrow that would kill Mushi on the night of the full moon. That is how I came to live here in this village. I have been waiting for the full moon of the festival season. Nobody noticed I was not the real Hayabusa, as we are the same breed. The night of the full moon draws near. I shall not move from here. My duty is to fulfill Hayabusa's dying wish. I must protect Mushi. For story reasons, you shall stay here. I have obtained Loyalty Orb. We got the Satomi Power Orb on me. What was all that he said about Hayabusa foretold something or another about an arrow that would kill Mushi? That's not a very happy story for such a festive season. I hope it's not related to that legend about Orochi and the arrow. Hey, Ami, look. We found the 3 Satomi Power Orbs that the canine warriors had. I know we promised to bring the dogs back, but, well, at least we can bring the Princess Fusei back the orbs. But I wonder, you think they can handle Crimson Helm over the Gale Shrine? was gonna say, I can dig these things up, right? Okay, let's get gone. Actually, no, real quick, I'm gonna go see the tree. I don't remember if I've gotten everything that I can get from it yet. Wait. Hmm. Okay, nice to know that I can do that. Great Mother Okami Amaterasu. The condition of the village tells me that the festival draws near. I worry that this year's festival may bring with it bad tidings. A great darkness casts its shadow over our land. Even I am not fully aware of all that transpires in the darkness. It seems that a tremendously evil force lies in wait for us all. It is all I can do here to remain. Is all I can do to remain here and hope against hope. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Okay. I've forgotten a lot about this particular aspect of the game. But we're going to take a look. Okay. What is the deal here? I feel like I was missing something. I do certainly have more powers than I did when I first came here. Okay. I don't think there's anything more here for me. Yeah, okay. Well, that kind of blows. I didn't remember anyway, so I guess it was worth a look. Yeah, I don't understand this bit. I must be missing a thing. Or I've forgotten a power that I could use. Alright, let's go. Alright, nothing I can do to influence a tree, it appears. What a terrible, lecherous little bug man. Oh my god. Noises like that. they have me just dying to see shiny Pokemon. While I was playing, Pokemon, I was also watching somebody play a bit of that Chocobo Grand Prix or whatever, and it was nearly impossible to play that. Well, to watch and play at the same time because there's so many sound effects and noises in that game that sound like the shiny noise in Pokemon. I had to give up. I had to stop for a minute. It was too close. Couldn't take it. Okay, I am going to be using the fucking mermaid token this time. For real. Firing all cylinders again today. So what do you want? What's a twinkle in your ear, in your eye, Pooch? Want to raise? Okay, lightning. Ida'll give you a run for your money. Ready, go. I bet I'm still not racing with that dude. That blows. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, do I have one? I just want to get it as close as I can. Out of the way, demon. The month is nearly half over. When the month ends, I have to go back to work in an office. I'm not excited about it. But one big thing, though, is that schedule's changing a tiny bit. I get off work an hour early now. Because daylight saving starts, so even though I live in a state that doesn't do like the actual time switch, my job does. Like everything that my job does is all based around Pacific time. So it just means that I get to go to work an hour earlier and leave an hour earlier, which is good. I can, I can appreciate that. I wish to be there. I want to try something. Sup, Chucks? Well, it did the thing. But I can't collect the thing. How do I get over there? No, that's the wrong way. Here we go. Let's find out what happens now that we have all of the doggy orbs. It's my favorite wolf and bug. Enough with the bug thing already. I must speak to you about the 3 remaining canine warriors. I am sensing something different about them. Do you bring no word of their condition or whereabouts? Well, about that. We did find the other 3, but, you found them? Well, yeah. It's kind of a long story, but I'm afraid they won't be coming back. Instead, they gave us the Satomi Power Orbs. I see. Well, I did sense that the canine warriors had changed in some way. Maybe they had a fateful encounter during their journey. Perhaps strong bonds that cannot be broken have been forged. If they are to live apart from the Satomi house, I have but one wish. I would wish them to protect the peace under their new master. For that is their role. That is the role they were meant to fulfill. We'll certainly see if they can do it. Well, at any rate, all the Satomi Power Orbs have been returned. Now I can break the Crimson Helm's barrier. I must get to the shrine. And we'll follow. Well, check it out. The Power Orbs are spinning around us. How could this be? Have the Power Orbs accepted you as their new master? Master? What are you talking about, lady? One does not choose to take the orbs, they choose their master. Oh, magnificent Power Orbs, heirloom of the Satomi house. Are these whom you have chosen to decide the Satomi house's fate? Apparently. Haha, look on in awe, dogs. I've got the baubles. Yeah, another dungeon, I'm thinking. Susanoo-style sleeping monk, hidden sake. What the? Well, looky here, it's Susanoo again. Oh, spirit who defiles my sword, I am closer than ever. Here at the Gale Shrine, where the beast makes its lair. Your true form shall be revealed. This cursed barrier may bar my way, but if I pray long and hard, I shall eventually find a way in. The lazy bum's talking in his sleep. No, not that. By the gods I vow to, I won't ever... I thought he was just talking in his sleep, but he seems rather frantic. It'd be funny if it weren't so sad. Hardly anyone has visited the Gale Shrine since it's been cursed. That strangely frenzied man over there is one of the few. He's been meditating alone at the shrine's entrance, but his sleep is filled with nightmares that make him cry out. I pity the poor man who would like to render what service I could. But when I try to peer into his dreams, an evil force bars my way. Who is this strange man? Come to think of it, Susanoo said something about being possessed, and he's been acting all weird, like that time he helped Kushi. What's this? I sense an intense power. It envelops your body. Could it be the Satomi Power Orbs? Fair maiden, the orbs would only choose the one who is our savior. The 8 colors of light are living proof of that. Very well, you may pass, O savior of the Satomi house. Got all that for a key. Beware, fair maiden, Crimson Helm is a terrible foe. It is said that when the 8-headed serpent was slain 100 years ago, Crimson Helm emerged from a pool of the beast's blood. Never let your guard down. Wait! The door to the Gale Shrine has opened? I must have finally communed with the gods. The time has come, foul spirit. Now I shall reveal your true form. Uh-oh. No, Pops, wait! Wait, did Mr. Man have something for us? Is not life dear to that man? Beware, fair maiden, Crimson Helm is a terrible foe. Okay. Maybe because of all the work that I had to do, it'll be a somewhat shorter dungeon than most. Okay. Let's go this way. Well. Turtle monkey. Hey, this key has an exercising arrow on it. I bet we could use it to open doors sealed with evil power. I don't remember having to do this before. No, that's the way out. No, no, it's not. This is the way. I'd love to make this baby spin, but there's not a breath of wind in the air. I don't remember those, but I like them. Okay, let's save, and we're going to go in whatever this room is. So you're clearly giving us a save for a reason. Hey, check it out. You can't even see the ceiling in this room. Wait a second. I've seen this mark on the floor before. Interesting. Okay. Another key. A thing for fire, but I don't have access to water. Hello there, level 3. Another fire chest. Oh, I know where we are. It's kind of spooky. Now, that's one big windmill. I saw it from down in the village, but I had no idea it was this big. Hey, what's that? It's swirling around in front of the big windmill. It almost looks like wind, but it's black and foreboding. It's as if the wind were being forced in the opposite direction. I wonder if that swirling evil air is what stopped the windmill. Maybe that's why the divine wind stopped blowing. So, if so, it must be the work of that crimson helm. Wonder how we can get rid of that evil air. Yami, I know you're trying to help with your celestial brush, but we won't get anywhere if you don't stop and think for a moment. Doesn't that swirling evil air look suspicious? Maybe something would happen if we reversed its direction. See? I knew that would bring the divine wind back. Okay, one more left. We gotta blow the rest of the evil air clear out of here. No, give me a break. You already know what to do. Just do what you did before. So I got it wrong, Sumi. All done. Now that the divine wind's back, I bet the big windmill will... Yes. Yes, yes. That thing's massive. It's starting to spin. Look how strong the divine wind's blowing. Sure hope this drives away the evil down in Kusa village. Now what? It's a thingy. Do I get the power of wind, perhaps? Oh, horse with pillar coming out of back. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good, and mother to us all. For too long, I, Kazagami, god of wind, have walked on a shadowed path. At last, light shines upon me. Use my power to manipulate the wind. Banish those who would seek to shroud this world in darkness. Use my power a swooshy swoosh. I bet it was the divine wind that brought the wind god back. Now you can use Kazagami's Galestorm brush technique. Just draw the mark of Kazagami to create wind. Let's try it out. Hey, that windmill looks like a good target. Draw the wind mark like you did on that swirling evil air. Let's try to make that windmill spin. Ah, what a refreshing wind. And the door opened when those small windmills started spinning. This wind is nothing to sneeze at. You should try this brush technique on a variety of things. But this is no time for us to rest our laurels. The big windmill's sending the divine wind down to the village, now that the Crimson Helm still lurks. But that Crimson Helm still lurks somewhere in the Gale Shrine. That serpent crystal Waka mentioned has piqued my interest. Let's turn this place upside down until we find both of them. Hooray! Kazagami! Sun Fragment. Collect 3 of these bright fragments to extend solar energy by 1 unit. You collected 3 sun fragments to form a unit of solar energy. Great. That'd be scary as fuck. Okay, what if I... wait a second. These treasure chests, I bet you could put the fire out without using water now. Too true. Gale Shrine map. I want to go to floor 2, please. There's a treasure chest waiting for me. Yay! I doubt that I'm going to find all of them, but, you know, a little bit is good. Alright, definite save. That's some progress that I don't want to have to do again. Now, however, this looks like a rotating platform. Oh, I get it. You have the right idea, Ami, but I think you're making the wind blow in the wrong direction. You gotta send the wind blowing toward the windmill. Oh, okay. Scroll down by wandering artist. Contain useful information. Yeah, find all of them. As if. See, brush tips, brush guide by hand. See, the holy smoke that sometimes erupts from the brush tip. Different colors represent element subjects involved. Holy smoke offers but a clue and allows you to act on instinct. You can draw thicker lines than usual with Y. This technique comes in handy when filling in larger areas with ink. That's not all. The size of the object drawn affect their power. For example, small cherry bombs appear further away, while those drawn with much larger appear closer. Drawings from above make it easier to place them where you would like. Also, Galestorm's power is directly affected by the drawing's size. Worry not, the size does not affect the amount of ink consumed. Careful use of the celestial brush techniques can be careful use of the celestial brush techniques based on the circumstances is what separates experts from amateurs. Huh, that is true. It does draw a thicker line. Whoa, check out those massive hanging scrolls. Looks like they're enjoying the wind you brought back to life. But be careful, it'll blow us away if it gets much stronger. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Got it. I do like all the little ways that they hide things. Darn. Can I aim at that one, maybe? Oh, thank God. I feel like I've come across a lot of those wooden bears. Never mind. I feel like I was so incredibly close. They're not reliable platforms. I did a dash move, and I think that's what caused me to miss there. Oh my God. Stop with this. I just suck. I will say that it's a little hard to depth perception in this particular case. What? I was jumping over it before, so now I'm just like, I don't want to jump too far. But now I'm not jumping far enough. Oh my God. Thank God that there's a save point right there. You can blow them out. Interesting. I don't know if it means anything. Or, you know, will be useful in any way, shape, or form, but good to know. Hmm. I don't know what that is. I may have known, but I've forgotten. You see that, Ami? It's some kind of crystal that looks like a berry or something. I bet that's a serpent crystal for dispelling Orochi's barrier. You know, the item that Waka guy was searching for. Sweet, we found it before he did. Or we didn't, and we're gonna have to fight him again. I also see these holes in the ceiling, too. A Crimson Helmet. Hey, it must be Crimson Helm. he really does look like one mean dude. Better psych yourself up for this one, furball. What the heck? Are these the Satomi Power Orbs? Are they gonna protect us or something? Oh, he's a horse. Uh-oh. Huh? Is he chickening out? After him! After, after him, Amy! Quick! Back, you cur! I'll handle this one. Charge! What the heck's he doing? He's gonna get sliced and diced! Die for some brushwork on me. Ew, I got him. Oh my god, his butch. And top it off. Now for some wind. Yes, wind, more wind. Now you're talking. Wait, there's more. Behold the secret technique, Wind of Wrath. Oh, Susano. No, I'm positive. This is not my doing. It's the gods. They toy with me. Will you never stop mocking me? You hear me up there? Are you happy now? Oh, why must I bear this burden of being Nagi's descendant? All I wish is to live in peace. Do you enjoy dogging my every step? You okay, Pups? Blast you gods. I don't want your power. This whole world can fall to ruin as far as I'm concerned. Enough of these legends and Nagi's descendant stuff. Now just leave me be. What the heck's that? Yikes. Go away. The voice. One after the other. You're driving me crazy. Stop it. I don't want to hear about that now. Go away. Leave me alone. What was that, Ami? You obtained Divine Instrument Life Beads. Rosary that draws upon pure life energy to destroy evil. Bonjour. Oh, am I interrupting something? Oh, brother. I said half-baked prophet again. Hey, that's... What, this? It's the serpent crystal, and it's mine at last. You got a lot of nerve muscling in on our goods like that. We found it first. It won't do you any good. I mean, I'm the only one who can dispel the barrier with it. You know, the barrier at the Moon Cave, Orochi's stronghold. You calling me, big boy? Keep your scales on, I'm coming. Hey, what's going on? Why are you going over to Orochi's place? Oh, I almost forgot. Time for another prophecy. I foresee a rendezvous with a sweet little thing. Anyway, I must be off. Au revoir, baby. Now you wait a second. To spell the barrier at the moon cave. What the heck's he up to? There's no time for your victory, Hal Furball. We gotta get out of here and get on with our mission. Quick! Yep. One mean dude. Why, my favorite wolf and little bug have safely returned. When the windmill at the shrine began spinning, I knew it was you. A most refreshing wind began to blow down into our village. You have defeated Crimson Helm and restored the divine wind. The canine warriors rejoice, but they're a handful as usual. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. I too would like to give thanks to these heroic travelers. And Princess Fusei, last of the Satomi house, you have done well. What, you know Princess Fusei? Indeed I do, for I was her husband, and head priest of the shrine. My lingering fears about Kusa village kept my spirit here. But thanks to you, I can now travel to the great beyond. Princess Fusei and the canine warriors still have much to learn, but I have no doubt they will prosper. I shall watch over them. Farewell. I shall pray for your good health and prosperity. Bye-bye, Windmill Man. What is it, you two? What were you looking at? Oh, nothing. Anyway, Princess, there's no need to thank us. Just keep protecting the village and head priestess of the shrine. I know you'll have your hands full with those pesky canines. I have been rather feeble since the last head priest perished, but as head priestess, I shall now dedicate my life to the shrine, while keeping the remaining 5 canine warriors in line. That's the spirit! I see that you must continue your journey. I shall pray for your good fortune. We prayed for your good fortune. I'm so happy to see you are safe. Those power orbs you guys had are really something else. We shall protect this village now that Crimson Helm is gone. Really? Well, we're counting on you. I don't need to talk to them. They're fine. They're good boys. Good boys and or girls. Now, let's see if there's a way up to that treasure that I couldn't get to before. Whoa there, Furball. Let's think about our next step before we scurry off. Was that shadowy creature with those heads really that monster? Our future is pretty bleak unless we do something about it. I mean, I'm too young to die. I'd like a chance to use all these brush techniques too. He didn't even so much as growl at that shadowy creature. You slayed that monster long ago, right? I bet your partner Nagi was the stronger of you two. Or maybe that legendary sake really packed a punch. Yeah, it must have been the sake. Ami, that legendary sake is back in that village, right? Isn't it? And isn't it about time for that village's annual festival? Let's go see if we can get a taste of that special brew. It just might do us some good. Besides, a good festival's always fun. If I could get Sakia a little tipsy, then maybe. Ami, I suddenly feel like a new man. Let's go. Gross. Ba-da. Oh, I think I get it. I think I get it. Oh my god. Feed these guys. Wasn't anything else here, right? No. Yay! Whoopee, whoopee, whoopee! I can't believe there are so many flowers. They look prettier than ever. I'm so happy, 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 happy. Glad I could help. Hello, little doggy. Guess what? The windmill's turning again. The flowers look so happy sitting there in the breeze. That they sure do. Okay, anything else that I can do here? It's incredible, a big windmill. The shrine is moving again. Does that mean the Crimson Helm is dead at last? Remember that guy who said he was related to Naki? Susanoo was his name. Surely he wasn't the one who did it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because you never know. You never know unless you go. Anything in this house? No. Okay, I want to go check that lower area. Just in case. Okay, nothing left. Time to get. Also, I need to get the gold powder or whatever it is that like improves. Excuse me. Okay. Powered him up. Let's keep going. I probably should have stopped and saved, but that's okay. Okay, show me what these do. I mean, they look cool, and they are my preferred type of attack weapon. So I guess here's the big question. Actually, no. We're gonna go this way. Oh, 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 oh. Hmm. I really hate platforming on these things. Yeah, city checkpoint, right? Oh, but wait. There. This is it. The treasure's revealed its hiding place. It wants to be found. Precious treasure. You want so much to meet me. Lying hidden beneath me, I, the great Bingo, will soon set you free. Expert excavator Bingo. What do you want, Boosh? You like to dig as well, do you? I know, you can help me underneath the treasure! Or unearth the treasure. Dig for the treasure? That's the spirit. Yes, I get it. I assume it's going to be like that other digging minigame. How do I get him... Yeah, we went down too far. Wait. Can't I open these things for more time? Well, I fucked up. God damn it. How am I supposed to find the treasure with this dude? Yeah, I don't know how to get him, like, up. Yeah, it's clear I know where I need to go with him, but I don't have any way of defeating that brick. Uh-oh. Fuck. Good. Okay, I think I have to go this way now. Come on, this has to be it. Thank fucking God. I'm assuming that it won't be worth it. At last, the treasure. I've been searching for it for so long, and now it's finally mine. But what is it? I don't know what we've got and dug up here, Pooch. Maybe there's something wrong with my pendulum. No, it looks like I just found something totally unexpected. It's you. Your extraordinary gift for digging holes, Pooch. Any treasure hunter would be lucky to have you on side. That passion you have for digging holes is a pleasure to behold. Make sure you never lose that passion, won't you, Pooch? If you promise me that, you can have this piece of junk. Well, okay. And I won't give up either. I'll be forever hunting treasure. You know what? I'm okay with it now. don't know what that is. Alright, let's keep going. I like these beads. I actually like that there's like different options that you can use for weapons and stuff. I just, I wish I knew more of what they actually meant. Okay, it sounds like we will have to actually go backwards. Oh, what a cute little donkey. Are you stuck here too? That big bridge over there, people call it Big Drawbridge. That's what links Taka Pass with the city. As you see, they keep the bridge raised these days, though. I wonder what's going on over in the city. Hey, Pooch, you hoping to head over to the city, too? I'm afraid no one's going anywhere with that big drawbridge like that. Even the checkpoint guards don't know why it's been raised. I bet there's something a bit fishy going on. Hey, look at this old well. This must be where that tea house over there gets its water. Okay. Oh, what a pain. Now that the big drawbridge has been raised, I can't get home. I heard Queen Himiko has issued an order to close off the city. But why would she give orders like that with so little warning? I suppose we'll just have to sell my goods here for now. You haven't been sent to do the shopping, have you? Eh. Hello there! What's the matter, Poochie? Why the sad look? You'll never get anywhere looking like that. It's bad luck. I'm Yoichi, the greatest archer among the city guards. Holy smokes, that's some bow you got there, mister. What's this? You brought a friend along with you, Poochie? And my trusty bow, Golden Fire. The most powerful in all the land. Guarding is rather dull work, so I pass the time practicing archery. I'll show you what I can do. Watch this. Wow, bullseye. Pretty good, eh? There's not a target Golden Fire can't hit. Now, my friends, why not have a bite to eat and relax a bit? What is it, Poochie? Do you want to pass through the city? Well, we have a problem there. I was guarding the city checkpoint when suddenly the order was given to not let anyone enter. Look, see how they raised the big drawbridge on the far bank? Normally I'd fire a flaming arrow as a signal to lower it, but there's no one at the guard post over there. I wonder if my comrades in this city would notice if I fired an arrow. No matter, I don't have anything to light the arrow with anyway. You see, the sacred flames of the phoenix statue suddenly went out. It's been one thing after another lately. Anyway, at least I can get some well-earned rest. And I have a bite to eat and take a break with me. At least he's nice and offers me food. Who? What? This is a checkpoint for Seiyan City. The big drawbridge is the only way in or out, but no one is allowed into the city right now. That's an absolute order from Queen Himiko. Say, you know the phoenix statues that protect this checkpoint? Well, they burn with the sacred flames that drove away evil. But they suddenly went out one day. Now I'm afraid monsters are going to sneak up on me when it gets dark. The sacred flame should never go out. Maybe the rumor is true. Oh, you haven't heard that rumor? You know, that rumor about the huge cursed zone? Everyone's up in arms because it happened so close to the big day. I mean, the Kamiki Festival held each year, plus it's the 100th festival since the monster was defeated. So everyone's saying that it's 100-year curse. Okay, yeah, nothing else. Okay, well, I wish there was a pool of water. Yo! We'll use a mermaid coin. Get back. Looks like a cloud. Looks like it could start pouring at any moment. It might even be in for a storm. Uh-oh. Can I finally get this last thing from the guy? No. That's what I call a full moon. Come to think of it, doesn't the Kamiki Festival fall on a full moon this time of year? Oh no, they're gonna finish off all the sake if we don't hurry. Come on, Ami, get the lead out! And also, that kid's gonna get hit by an arrow. Hey, what's everyone doing in front of the Susanoo's place? You come out here this instant, Susanoo. You have some explaining to do. How could you have drunk the sacred sake meant for Konohana? Huh? Susanoo did what? You can come out, Susanoo. We're not mad at you. You must have had some reason to drink up the 8 purification sake. Uh-oh, this is bad. Why would you drink all the 8 purification sake pops? I don't care if it's so special. I couldn't help myself. I just had to have a drink. Well, it wasn't any old sake. And this isn't any old festival. It's been exactly 100 years since Nagi and Shiranui's great victory. We've even been blessed by a glorious full moon. How could you have done such a despicable thing? Leave me alone, I don't care about Nagi and his fleabag friend. I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. There isn't a drop of 8 purification sake left? Susanoo was acting like a madman when he returned to the village. He drank all the sacred sake and then holed up in his house. All the sacred sake Kushi brewed is gone. Why'd he have to go and do that? This is terrible. I mean, 8 purification sake is what saved the day in that legend. The timing couldn't be worse. With the return of Orochi and all. The dreaded Orochi. It's all my fault. I'm to blame for all your misfortunes. That's right, you fool! Do you realize what a fix we're in with now without any sacred sake? It was I who committed that unspeakable act at the Moon Cave. It was I who brought Orochi back to life. I have brought utter destruction upon the world. Huh? What is that fool talking about? I was sick of hearing about how I'm a descendant of Nagi. I wanted to prove it wasn't all a lie. I wanted to prove it was all a lie by removing the sword of Tsukiyomi. But the legend was true, and I've unleashed an unspeakable evil. And the curse consumed all of Nippon. This is madness! No, this is... no. You removed the sacred sword that imprisoned the dreaded Orochi? I fled to the village out of fear. Then I blocked its entrance with a boulder and hid underground. After that I tried fleeing here and there. But the gods would not leave me be. Ever they stared down at me. They let it be known that I'd never be forgiven. At least, not until I slew the dreaded Orochi. I know that Tsukiyomi was removed. I know that Tsukiyomi was removed to the Moon Cave, and the Moon Cave vanished. But if what Susanoo said is true, that would mean Orochi's rite of sacrifice. It's an arrow. The little doggo actually did it. On the eve of the full moon, the 8-headed serpent shall appear, and the accursed arrow shall mark the home of the chosen maiden. It is exactly as the legend tells. If we don't offer the chosen maiden as a sacrifice, our entire village will be wiped off the face of the earth. Susanoo, you're no coward. If the gods tell you to fight, You're the only one who can. You can do it. After all, you saved me, didn't you? I know you can do it. I know you'll come. Wait, Kushi, you're not going to... Behold my thunder brew. The great Nagi intoxicated Orochi and defeated him. My sake is my life. Surely it can intoxicate even Orochi. Hey, Kushi, wait! She's not going to take on Orochi herself, is she? No, Kushi, wait! Come on out, Susano. Oh my. Hayabusa, you saved my life. Is that why you were sitting there the whole time? Were you waiting to push me out of the way of that arrow? I had no idea. I've treated you so bad lately. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Hayabusa. Aww. What's wrong with you, Susano? Where's that Mr. Brave face of yours that you always put on? Leave the full moon? Yeah, okay. Kushi went all by herself. Alright, we're gonna go follow Kushi after we save. Oh, here she is. You okay, sweetie? Don't try to stop me, Isun, or you, Snowy. If Oroshi's chosen victim runs away, disaster will befall Kamiki. But that's not why I'm doing this. What? There's too much suffering in the world. I'm going to use my sake to rid us of this evil menace. Are you crazy? We're talking about the dreaded Orochi here. That attitude's gonna get you killed. You really think you'd win with a little jug of sake? Yes, Isun. I guess I am crazy. But it's the only way. My sake is the only answer. I'm going, and I'll defeat that monster with my sake. Not you too, Mommy. Dang it. Why are you getting all worked up here? There's no hope of winning. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. I knew you'd come, Amaterasu. I take it you enjoyed your rendezvous with the sacrificial girl, eh? None of your business, you half-baked prophet. Hey, that's the serpent crystal. He stole from us. Well, the moon cave is open. You've played your part. Now, leave the rest to me, Amaterasu. Look out. They took the girl. Why, Hugh, what's the meaning of this? Meaning? Does the saying, like a mouth to a flame, ring any bells? I mean, you went in on your own accord, no? Of course, only one other besides the victim is supposed to get in. I guess you really don't count, my little bouncing friend. Dang it, looks like we've been set up again, Ami. But were you not planning to enter the cave anyway, ma chérie? Mon chéri? It is time for you to shine, Amaterasu. Now, let me leave you with this little prophecy. Look, the moon. The moon. The moon came out. Pardon, mon chéri. That wasn't a very good one. Au revoir. Au revoir. Ugh, guess we're stuck here. But we were planning on taking care of that Orochi anyway. Cut it out, Ami. It's no use. Let's go check the place out. That's Susano? How's he gonna get in? Oh, man. Is this dungeon, or is this just, a boss thing? Huh? Oh, great. The stairway has crumbled away. God or not, this is just too big of a leap for you. Either we have to find a way around, or we can go our way. You know, our way. It's so obvious. That's that saying of mine. Leap before you think. You know, it'll take a lot of guts to do that now. Whoa, that was quite a fall. What do we got ourselves into this time? Well, now that we're down here, I hope we can sniff out Kushi's whereabouts for a ball. Hold it right there, Fluffy. What do you think you're doing? What business do you have at the Moon Cave? Stronghold of our master, the great Orochi. Over there. Oh, you! Never thought I'd see your face again. I could spot you a mile away. You're fixing over a fight, you chumps? Well, we don't have time to mess around with bit players like you. But if you insist, then hurry up. I can cut you to shreds. Why, you're just a dumb old wolf. Huh? Yeah, look at that foolish mug. You got to be the dumbest looking wolf I've ever seen. And to stray so far into a place like this. You're not too bright, are you, champ? I don't think Fluffy here is so much of a threat. Let's not waste any more time here. Yeah. I wonder if Fluffy's just hungry. Just feeding me. Alright, well. Thunder Brew. Fragrant sake. Hey, isn't that babe Kushi's sake? There's still some left. But I'm not sure it'll be enough to take care of Orochi. Well, I just have to find battles, right? A Mega Drummer? Imp's face covering. Wear it to be accepted as one of their own. Hey, that's one of those masks those imp wears. Those imps wear. But this one's so plain. No design on it or anything. Of course, any respectable artist can't resist a blank canvas. I mean, you just want to paint something on it, you know? Hold on a sec, Furball. I'm going to spiff it up a bit. Doesn't look half bad on you. In fact, you look better than the run-of-the-mill imp. Do you like it? Yeah. Ta-da! Now you're one mean-looking imp. But seriously, this is no time for fool around. Only an imp would get a kick out of wearing a mask like this. While we're schooling around here, that Orochi's gonna take poor little Kushi, and I can't bear to think about it. Well, we obviously needed to be here. What are you doing here? Looking for intruders? I was that silly-looking wolf a while back, but nothing else out of the ordinary. I got this place covered. Get back to your post, now! Post? What post? The sacrificial ceremony for the great Orochi is to be held today. Everyone's busy getting ready. There's no time to play around. What are you waiting for? Get in there and help. Oh, okay, I'm on it. Yeah, I figured. They made it so blatantly obvious. To the moon, Ami. I need a key. That's straight up ice, still wearing my mask. This is a fine time for this chef to disappear. Last I remember, he was right in front of the big pot. Where could he be? Owie, hot stuff. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, you. Get me out of here before I end up, well, done. Owie. Ooh, that was a close one, darling. I'm the famous head chef of this kitchen, by the way. No need for formalities. You can just call me Ashimi. Now we're helping the bad guys. Head chef Ashimi. I was cooking with such tender love and care that I totally spaced out and almost cooked my own goose. Tender love and care? What an absolutely fabulous mask you have there, sweetheart. Say, how would you like to be my assistant? Assistant? Oh, no, I have to whip up a lip-smacking appetizer to whet Lord Orochi's appetite before the time comes for the human sacrifice course. Please, I'll make it worth your while. Wait, we didn't come here to help, you see. How should I put it? Never mind that. It's just that, well, I've run into a wee bit of a problem. I'm almost done, but alas, I've run out of my secret ingredients. I couldn't finish up without them, but I wouldn't be putting my heart into my beloved's meal. Beloved? Well, I can relate to your obsession with detail. I mean, quality does suffer when you cut corners. All artists know that. Anyway, I'm in, fruitcake. That's fabulous news, sweetheart. There are 4 secret ingredients I'll need you to find. Now pay attention. All of them can be found somewhere in the Moon Cave. Okay, here it goes. Ogre liver, lips of ice, eyeball of fire, black demon horn. Got that? Okay then, I'm counting on you. Oh, silly me, I almost forgot. Here, take this key with you. The rest is up to you, darling. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to save here, and I think we'll pick it up next time. This will be interesting. A dungeon with a little bit of twist on what we've been doing before. Work with the bad guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll be back probably tomorrow after I get off of work. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.